Are you trying to breathe out of a tube? Or what are
Uh,
you trying to do?
yeah,
Trying to
it's
be
just.
funny?
No, I just wanted to show you all, right? There is a thin line between marriage and divorce. You
Oh,
think about
yeah.
it, just a thin line, man. uh, because
Two things.
you can break things easily, but putting back things together, it's really hard. You have a clay pot, you just break it. It looks really good. You break it, you cannot put it back together. It's really hard. I think the marriage is like that, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we're going to talk about 10 things about how to make your marriage life a successful one. My friend and I put together about 2 decades of married life together, things that we've tried and worked. Number one is do things together. Nothing like a couple doing something together. You may not like what other person likes all the time, but at least engage a few minutes. So the engage, like I've done it myself. Like I sometimes can do certain things myself, but I want my partner to engage with me on doing something, and then at the end of the day, you feel good that you engage the other person did not feel like that they are not being part of your life. So do things together, guys. It's not always the case. You will have your another thing that we're going to talk about is having your own space, but at the same time give the other person some of your time by engaging the other person with things that you do on a daily basis. Number two, at least have 30 minutes, 1 hour for the two of you, right? Because we get caught up with things, especially if you have children. You're so exhausted after work, even from the time that you wake up in the morning, the time that you go to bed. All you see is, sometimes you see your partner only a couple of minutes, 5 minutes. Sometimes you just say hi's and byes. That's all you do. But you don't want to be strangers in your own house. Just at least have 30 minutes, 1 hour every day. If not every day, at least every other day. Just have something for you guys just to talk. What happened at work, what happened at your the on the street, while you're driving, whatever. It can be anything. Just talk crap. That's what couples need sometimes, especially when they have children. So just do that at least every other day. Number three, discuss plans. You can, when you're single, you have your own path. What I want to be, who I want to be, what I want to do, what kind of money, what kind of job that I want. But when you're a couple, it's all about us. It's all about the two of you. So discuss, plan, engage in planning, appreciate the input. Sometimes the other person may have a different perspective, but respect that and just discuss, financial plans, even weekend plans, even plan for tonight. Just don't do it yourself. The other person sometimes loves to take to share their input on planning little things like eat outs, dinner outs, weekend plans, trips, summer trips. So make sure you discuss plans with your partner. Appreciate little things is a big thing. We always, like I always say, we get caught up with things. We don't take time to appreciate little things that your partner does for you. And one of my famous, again, another famous example of mine is have a gratitude journal. Just keep it, maybe when you just put it in your locker in your office so the other person doesn't see it. So on her birthday, on his birthday, you can just give it to her or him and surprise them. Just have a whatever, a pumpkin shaped journal or just a book. Just put down little things that she or he did for you on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, because the other person doesn't really expect. You have to, on the anniversary or something, the birthday, the other person expects something from you, but do it when they're not expecting it, right? So that would be my advice to you. Just add a little bit of spiciness into your surprises. So appreciate little things, have a journal, and believe me, they're going to be surprised. Um, and the other thing I would like to say is at the same time, give the other person their space too. For a man, just allow them to have their man cave, man time. Just, because men are different, women are different, they have their own likes and dislikes. When you're doing something together, every day you're together, right? But at the same time, they're men, they're women, so they have their own likes and dislikes, like I said. So they want to have their own space to do those things, watch a game or cooking, cooking show, or a football game, and cricket for me, right? And movie. And sometimes the movie that you like, the other person may not like. So just have their space 1 hour, 2 hours on a daily, or if you don't have time, every other day. Make sure you give that space to other person so they will appreciate it. And number six is about finance. I think my friend might have some statistics on that. Most of the divorces are based on the finances. Most of the couples have joint accounts. I love it. That's how it's supposed to be. But at the same time, you should have your own personal freedom for your finances, because you're the one who earns your money, right? You have to look after your family, but at the same time, you're the one who worked hard for it. I personally believe that you have to have your freedom on your finances as well. That would help avoid some of the conflicts, some of the disagreements on finances. If as long as you provide for your family, I think the rest you should be able to manage the way that you want to manage. I'm not against joint accounts. You have to have it, but at the same time, it doesn't hurt to have your own personal account so you can have your own finances, own plans for yourself. So that's my number six, and I'm sure you got some few points too.
Oh yeah, actually, those are great points. I have four other points, guys. So the next one is the be open and genuine, right? So when the misunderstanding happens, think about like why it's happening. Go backwards, and it's because you're not being genuine. You're lying about something. You are like once you start doing that, it become like visible, right? It's people will know it like you're lying. The other
Right.
partner will know it. So because of that, just understand that where like just be open. Like unless you are doing something terribly wrong, you should be open and genuine, right? Just as a friend, like close friend, and um, that's what you should treat like. Just be open and genuine, and try that out. And but there are something that if you don't want to discuss, like you just want to keep it inside and die within you, just do that. That's fine. But other than that, it's just at least try like 99.99%. Tell everything that you have inside your mind. That way it's like it's out of your mind, you relax, and then the other person actually understands it. And you are really open and genuine. Then even if something happens, it's going to hold together, right? The marriage is going to hold together. That's the key here. The next point is the think about like marriage, right? Marriage is what? Union of two people. All right. So when you're trying to do union, why do you want to do that? You are actually getting your progenies, right? You have your progenies. You want to leave your DNA genetic in the world. That's another reason. You want to enjoy the kids. You want to do all these things, right? All those things comes with you need to have a planning, right? You need to have a short term goals. You need to have a long term goals. You need to have a life goals. So what are you going to do with that other person? Like what until you die? What are you going to do with that other person? Are you going to be a vagabond, just moving around here and there, and just have no plans, or have good plans like 5 year plan, 1 year plan, 3 year plan, or 10 year plan, or retirement plan, like from the 20s, right after your marriage? So are you going to have that, or other way? So think about like if you just discuss your plan to the other person, write down in a sheet of paper and come up with a good plan, because everybody can bring in good ideas into the table, right? It's just like a marriage is like a business, so you are working together to make it better. That way you are bringing in all both side of it, right? That's the key. The next one is the don't sweat on small things. You probably read a book. There is a book called Don't Sweat on Small Stuff. So read that book, guys. I'll have a link. We will have a link down below. That book tells you everything. Like if you think that you missed some bus and you are so tensed, or you missed some deadline, you didn't get a job and you are totally devastated, right? Like, don't sort, like, there are always the next day, tomorrow is there, right? If you just don't sort on those small things and then show it in your partner, right? Don't do that. In your kids doing some small thing, you broken some glassware or something, don't show everything you got. Just stop there. It's just a small thing. It's you can
Small.
you can buy it again. So
Yeah.
don't sweat on small stuff. That's going to create a big issue. That's a key here. And the last point is the, like, think about, you have a happy marriage, on this side you have a miserable divorce. Think about, like, what are you going to do after a miserable divorce? Are you going to do marry somebody else and have the same cycle, vicious cycle? It's a problem maybe within you, or problem with the other person. That's okay. Just try to get that resolved, right? Try to get that resolved, because everybody is going to have some kind of problem, and then you're going to have that cycle again and again.
Yeah.
So it just have a miserable divorce and then miserable life, or happy marriage, happy life. It's choice is yours, guys. So I hope you
Yeah.
guys got something out of these.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, if you got something out of it, just hit a like in our videos, and subscribe our videos. We will see you guys in the next video.
Yep.
Bye, guys.